If you know a thing or two about archaeology, you'll already know about the wonders of the ancient world. They're famous, and they deserve all the attention that they get. In this video, though, we want to shed some light on some lesser-known but equally impressive ancient discoveries. They're finds that shed new light on the lives of our ancestors. Here's a fascinating tale from the worlds of ancient art and modern technology. The Palazzo di Conservatori in Rome houses the remnants of a colossal statue of Emperor Constantine, originally located in the Basilica Nova. This statue, a stunning 40 feet tall, was a mix of white marble for the head, arms, and legs, and a bronzed or possibly gilded wooden framework for the body. Created between 312 and 315, it was later destroyed, with its bronze looted and the marble parts abandoned. Rediscovered in 1486, these pieces found a new home in the palazzo's courtyard, thanks to Michelangelo. Fast forward to 2022, and the Factum Foundation, in collaboration with the Musei Capitolini and supported by Fondazione Prada, embarked on a project to digitally document and recreate this ancient marvel. Using photogrammetry and LiDAR technology, they captured ultra-high-resolution images of the fragments. The team then used these images to create a 3D model and fill in the missing parts. The recreated sections were made with a mix of modern materials, including polyurethane, resin, marble powder, and mica, to mimic the original marble and bronze textures. The final product, consisting of 30 sections, was assembled for the Recycling Beauty exhibition at the Fondazione Prada. Archaeologists have made a remarkable discovery at the Pacopampa archaeological site in northern Peru, unearthing a 3,000-year-old tomb believed to belong to an elite priest. This tomb, dating back to around 1200 to 1000 BCE, is a large circular pit about 10 feet in diameter and 3 feet deep. The priest was laid to rest at the bottom of this pit, his legs partially flexed, surrounded by small spherical ceramic bowls with geometric designs, a carved bone spatula, and other offerings, including a unique seal shaped like a hand. Above him, 6 layers of black soil mixed with ash were placed. Intriguingly, 2 more seals were found in the upper strata of the tomb, one featuring an anthropomorphic face and the other a jaguar, facing east and west respectively. These seals are thought to be paint stamps used for body painting, a practice exclusive to the Pacopampa elite. This discovery is significant as it sheds light on the early religious leaders in the Andes and their role in controlling temples. It also highlights the emergence of powerful leaders in the Andes even in those ancient times, offering a fascinating glimpse into the complex social and religious structures of early Andean civilizations. About 15,000 years ago, in what is now Israel, Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, and the Palestinian territories, the Natufian culture, known for its transition from nomadic to more settled lifestyles, made a remarkable discovery. They found a way to create a vivid red pigment, not from the commonly used ochre, but from roots of rubiaceae plants, commonly known as the madder family. Laurent Davin, an archaeologist, made this discovery after noticing the unusual red color on shell beads and artifacts at Jerusalem's Rockefeller Archaeological Museum. These beads, originally from Kebara Cave on Israel's Mount Carmel, are the oldest known example of humans using plants to manufacture red pigment. The Natufians were ahead of their time, using wild plants for more than just food. They processed these plants to make pigments before they even domesticated them. This use of organic dyes might reflect their growing need for expression as human societies evolved. The beads themselves have a story to tell, originating from the Mediterranean Sea and the Red Sea, some as far as 250 miles away from Mount Carmel. The bright red pigment's ornamental use might have conveyed messages or meanings, now lost in time, but it certainly represents a shift in how the Natufian people express themselves creatively. The Sekhmet statues, hailing from the New Kingdom of Egypt, particularly during the 18th and later dynasties, are a fascinating collection of sculptures representing the Egyptian goddess Sekhmet. These statues, often made of black granite, are found throughout Egypt, including Thebes and Karnak, and have been moved from their original locations by rulers over time. They stand as a testament to the art, religion, and culture of ancient Egypt. These statues, which can be almost 7 feet tall and weigh around 2 tons, depict Sekhmet with lioness features, embodying the fierce eye of the sun god Ra. They were primarily created under the reign of Amenhotep III, who believed they would heal him from illness and bring good fortune. Over 600 statues have been recovered, with many still traceable to Amenhotep's massive statuary program. These statues played a significant religious role, used in rituals to appease Sekhmet for protection and healing. They also served as celestial maps during Jubilee festivals. The seated and standing statues, varying in size, show Sekhmet in a tight-fitting gown, often with a sun disk and uraeus on the head. The intricate details of these statues, including inscriptions and epithets, provide valuable insights into Egyptian kingship, religious practices, and artistic craftsmanship of the time. A unique piece of ancient sports equipment, a stone yoke, has been returned to Mexico after being discovered in an Austrian auction house. This yoke, carved from sedimentary stone during the Mesoamerican Classic period between the 4th and 9th centuries, is a significant cultural artifact. It was used by players in the ancient Mesoamerican ball game, serving as a hip protector during the game's rituals. The yoke's return was facilitated by Mexico's National Institute of Anthropology and History Ministry and the Mexican Embassy in Austria, following the implementation of Mexico's strict regulations against the export of archaeological pieces. Quite how it left the country and ended up in Austria is unknown, but it may have been stolen. This yoke is particularly noteworthy for its excellent preservation and its zoomorphic representation, meaning it features or represents animal forms. The yoke, embodying the classic Veracruz Central Classic style, is a testament to the rich cultural heritage of ancient Mesoamerica. Its recovery highlights the ongoing efforts to preserve and repatriate culturally significant artifacts to their countries of origin, an important but difficult task. Next up, we have the news that archaeologists have made a fascinating footwear find in Istanbul, unearthing a pair of 1,500-year-old Byzantine-era women's sandals. These aren't just any old shoes. They come with a message inscribed in Greek, which translates to "Use in health, lady, wear in beauty and happiness." This remarkable find was made during an excavation at the harbor of Eleutherios, one of the ancient ports of Constantinople, the capital of the Byzantine Empire. The area, now known as the Yenikapi neighborhood, is revealing secrets of the past, including these stylish sandals. Footwear from this era, including sandals, slippers, and boots, is commonly found in excavations, shedding light on the fashion preferences of the time. The Byzantines, known for their love of color and patterns, produced and exported luxurious cloth, especially silk, for the upper classes, while the lower classes wore resist-dyed and printed clothing. These historical sandals are currently preserved at the Istanbul Archaeological Museum, awaiting a permanent display home. This discovery adds to our understanding of the Byzantine period, a significant era in history that spanned over 1,100 years, from 330 to 1453. Our next discovery takes us to Ostia Antica, ancient Rome's principal seaport, and involves the unearthing of 2 new fragments of the Fasti Ostiensis, an ancient Roman marble calendar. These fragments record significant events from Emperor Hadrian's reign. The Fasti Ostiensis, originally from Republican Rome, served as yearly calendars indicating suitable days for conducting civil, legal, and political activities. They also listed the names of annual consuls, which was how years were identified instead of using numerical dates. These calendars were essentially large marble bulletin boards with carved and painted inscriptions publicly displayed. The newly found fragments discovered in the Forum of Porta Marina add to our understanding of Roman history. One fragment, dating back to AD 128, details events like Hadrian receiving the title Pater Patriae and his wife Sabrina being named Augusta. It also mentions Hadrian's travels to Africa and possibly his consecration of a significant building in Rome, which experts speculate could be the Pantheon or the Temple of Venus and Roma. The decline of the recording of Fasti during the Severan dynasty and the eventual decline of Ostia itself, partly due to the situation of the port and barbarian invasions, marks the end of an era in Roman history. A recent archaeological discovery in northern Peru's La Libertad region has rewritten the region's history books. At the Huaca Tomabal temple site, a second monumental polychrome mural has been found, pushing back the estimated date of the temple. Previously thought to be around 3,200 years old, this new mural suggests the temple dates back to the pre-ceramic period, between 4,000 and 4,500 years ago, making it the oldest polychrome painting in the region. The first mural was found in 2020 after illegal bulldozing by farmers, leading to an emergency archaeological intervention and the site's protection. The second mural, almost 10 feet tall, features red triangular shapes and a central figure with scrolls and waves, possibly representing a mythological character. This discovery, alongside the unique architectural elements like the curved corner and absence of ceramics, confirms the temple's age. Archaeologists are hopeful of uncovering more, such as the central interior hearth typical of pre-ceramic temples, but further funding is needed to continue this exciting exploration into ancient history. Whether that funding will be forthcoming isn't yet clear, but we live in hope. Our next discovery is the intact grave of a Frankish warrior from the 7th century found in Ingelheim, Germany. This find is particularly significant because it was nestled between two looted graves yet remained untouched, preserving its rich contents for over 1,300 years. The grave revealed the skeletal remains of a man, estimated to be between 30 and 40 years old at his time of passing. He was buried in what's known as a coffin posture, suggesting he was laid to rest in a wooden casket, although no traces of the casket survive today. The warrior's grave was a treasure trove of historical artifacts, including a full array of weapons typical of the elite warrior class of that era. Among these was a double-edged sword measuring 30 inches in blade length, which was found under his right arm. Remarkably, the blade is still in excellent condition and retains some of its original flexibility. Elements of a bronze scabbard and the suspension mount, or belt, were also found intact. By his left arm lay a short slashing sword, with the blade and bronze rivets from its scabbard still surviving. Additionally, the grave contained a knife, lance, and a shield, offering a nearly complete set of the period's weaponry, with only a bow missing. Archaeologists have made a fascinating discovery at the Templo Mayor of Tenochtitlan in Mexico City, unearthing a stone offering box dating back to the reign of Aztec Emperor Moctezuma I between 1440 and 1469. This box, a significant find, contained 15 anthropomorphic figurines showcasing the unique Mezcala style, known for its abstract geometric design, even in facial features. These figures, sculpted during the pre-classic and classic periods, were highly valued by the Mexica, who conquered the Mezcala region in the mid-15th century. Interestingly, the Mexica were known to excavate ancient sites to acquire these sculptures. The offering was meticulously excavated between January and July of this year. It included 14 male and 1 miniature female figurine carved from green metamorphic stones. The largest of these figures stands just shy of a foot tall, while the smallest measures a mere inch. One of the figurines bore facial paint representing Tlaloc, the Mexica rain god, indicating a deliberate Mexica reinterpretation of these ancient cult figures. Additionally, the box contained 2 rattlesnake design earrings, 135 greenstone beads, sea sand, and a remarkable collection of 1,942 seashells, snail shells, and coral sourced from the Atlantic shore, an area conquered by the Aztecs. A fascinating discovery near Budapest, Hungary, has shed light on the 10th century Hungarian conquest of the Carpathian Basin. Archaeologists unearthed a cavalry burial containing a rare silver saber-tash plate, an artifact dating back to this significant historical period. This plate, made of silver and riveted to a bronze interior, was part of a saber-tash, a leather pouch essential for carrying fire-making tools like flint, tinder, and a carbon steel fire striker. These pouches, worn on the right side of sword belts, were adorned with plates of bronze, silver, or gold, indicating the wearer's military rank and closeness to the prince. In Hungary, fewer than 30 such plates are known to exist in museums. The discovery site, first found by a volunteer in a local community archaeology program, was under threat due to cultivation and occasional metal mining. A team of volunteers and professionals quickly excavated the site, uncovering the grave of a mid-10th century warrior. He was buried with a horse, of which partial remains were found, and archery equipment. Despite some damage from agricultural activities, the grave and its contents, including the metal plate and remnants of the leather strap, were in remarkably good condition. Other objects from the grave were carefully removed and are being conserved in a laboratory. A recent excavation in the ancient city of Amastris, now known as Amasra on the Black Sea coast of northern Turkey, has unearthed a remarkably well-preserved statue of a water nymph. Dating back to the 2nd century, this life-size statue, standing at about 5 feet tall, is almost entirely intact, missing only the left side of her nose and her right hand. The nymph is depicted nude, resting on an urn atop a pilaster, with her right hand holding a robe draped over her hips. Her hair is styled in a Heracles knot, a popular hairstyle in classical depictions of Apollo and later adopted for statues of Aphrodite and other deities. The statue's discovery adds to the rich history of Amastris, an ancient Greek city that was significant enough to be mentioned in Homer's Iliad. Known for its thriving trade, particularly in boxwood, Amastris was part of the Kingdom of Pontus in the mid-3rd century BCE, before being captured by Rome in 70 BCE. By the time this statue was created, Amastris was a prosperous city within the Roman imperial province of Bithynia Pontus. The statue is currently undergoing cleaning and conservation and will eventually be displayed at the Amasra Museum.
Subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and enjoy watching new videos on my channel. Thanks for watching and see you soon!